Day 2 in Prague has come, and I need to make this part of this video to clarify my whole process of exploring the city, because it's very different to my usual process. You see, normally I would do as much as possible in one day. That means walking for over 8 to 9 hours, basically all the day hours, exploring every part of the city, using public transport, all of that. That's fantastic if you have like a single day in the city. But I personally have 4 days in Prague, and I'm right after finishing a 10-day festival, so as you can imagine, I'm a bit exhausted, so I'm only spending 4-ish hours per day exploring the city. But what that means for you is that if you combine my 3 days or 2 days of exploring, you can actually do it all in one day. It'll be very action-packed, but you'll see the best parts of the city in a really full-on, intense and dense manner. So keep that in mind. Anyways though, today I'm starting with a free walking tour of the Castle area, Castle District. Then I'm going to Petrin Tower to get a nice view, and after that I don't really know. I might go to a couchsurfing meetup or a cafe or a bar, like it's not made yet, so we'll see what happens then. But for now I'm just walking around, going to some hiking stores, going to World Vegan, a fabulous store with a huge selection of vegan products. I'll talk to you in a bit once I start my walking tour and sightsee a bit. Till then, see ya!
That's Little John of Devon on the base of his statue being thrown off the bridge. You'll see him if you ever go there. But there's also a woman and a dog that's golden, and that has nothing to do with the legend of rubbing the statue. But Charles University students a few years ago went out to the bridge with a can of polish.
This Castle District, you kind of need to take a tram 22 or 23. You can walk, but it's maybe like a 20-minute walk all uphill. Highly recommend the tram. It's only about €1. Once you actually enter the district, it's free, but there is a security check, so open your bags, remove all metal things like your phone from your pockets and go through security. It's rather easy and it's really stress-free. Believe it or not, but the primary reason for this check is to check if you have weapons, you know, guns or knives, because the king, the main head of the government, actually resides and works in the Czech Castle District, and he's actually here now. We can recognize that by the flag that's hanging up. It's pretty cool that like such a famous guy, such an important political diplomat is present here, and the castle is used in that manner. It's not just like a tourist attraction just because it's old and historic. It's actually in use. So nowadays this garden is made in an Italian style, but before this it used to be kind of forest area, just wilderness, and pretty nice in an aspect, but that was just it. And it's really cool here, and in one time in history as well, 400 horses were kept here in camp stables, that kind of thing. But believe it or not, this whole castle district is the biggest medieval castle district in the world. It's over 70,000 square meters.
Aqua, water, air. Don't know what that one means. They're kind of letting a lot of the buildings fall apart here. If you visited Prague in the 90s, but they did, and when they finished, they left their...
This beautiful structure that lies behind me is very old. It was all hand carved, hand etched, and believe it or not, but it used to be an indoor gymnasium in the 16th century. Yeah, they used to do sports here, activities, whatever they used to play. It's pretty incredible. Nowadays though, it's not used for that aspect. It's more as an exhibit itself and acts as a gallery, so It's really cool. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can touch it and the walls feel very cool. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a guard area. It's very, formal military equipment, but these guards are very relaxed. They're very chill. They smile, they take photos. They're very cool. Don't touch them, but they're very chill people, which is amazing to hear. Czech Republic's not really in any war or stress of danger at the minute, unlike London.
He also gives a gift to Maastricht, which we are about to test for ourselves. Unlike a Greek or Roman amphitheater that you might have seen or visited or experienced yourself, this is not for an audience. This does the reverse. This is for the speaker, because you
circular platform with the stairs is actually amphitheater just for an individual. So when you stand here, you get crazy acoustics. That's as if you have headphones or speakers on while you're speaking. It's kind of like if you have Skype on and you can hear yourself, or your video editing, recording a voiceover. Is very cool, and it was actually a place for practicing the speeches and the different talks that the kings and politicians would use. It's very powerful and really cool. It can test your whole depthness and how good you're at projecting.
Speaking the women there.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Anyone else?
So St. Vitus's Cathedral is one of the highlights of this whole tour and the whole castle district. It took over 1,200 years to complete. Whoa, Michael from the future. It's actually 600 years old, from the 14th century to the 20th century. And in front of it, this part right behind me, is the last part to be built. The amount of time, the amount of genres, the amount of styles that it's in it is just mind-blowing. There's Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and many others. It's pretty incredible, the size and scale and the pristine condition that it is in. It's really cool. You can actually walk inside to the first part of the cathedral for free, whether it's paid entry to other parts. And one of the reasons why it became so famous and so well upkept is the fact that a lot of patron saints, famous like bishops, archbishops, as well as kings, were all buried there, and it was seen as a big place, a very monumental ceremonial place. If you're interested in that kind of thing, you can actually go on a tour of the crypt, which is, where the bodies are buried. It's pretty cool. It's very dark, a bit cold, but it's meant to be cool. But also, you should note that it's very busy by tourists. Basically, during its opening hours, there's tourists here everywhere, trying to get cool photos of it from down low, from up high, using tripods, great photos, everything. But it's very hard to take a photo because you're fairly close to the cathedral and you need something very, very wide angle to capture it all. One other thing, to get to this inner area, we actually crossed a bridge over Deer Moat, and it was, in the past, it was used as a moat to protect it from, the wilderness. And people used to cross it if they wanted to go in the forest that surrounded the area around the castle. Yes, like I mentioned before, it was all pretty much gardens, the buildings are new structures, and they were going hunting, so pretty much you could hunt and eat food in your back garden. Of course, it was most likely meat, so things like deer, different little animals, and whatever else you could think of. I don't know too much, I'm vegan, and you could just eat that and hunt it there. It's pretty cool that, kings and people living within this area had their own private hunting grounds. Anyways, back to reality.
Advocate for Christianity, but Catholic, Protestant, whatever, didn't really matter. He was obviously
So my guided tour has come to a close. It was about 3 hours long. It was free of charge, of course, based on a tip basis, and rather good. For me though, I found it to be a bit slow because the group was around 20-25 people, and a lot of info to be unpacked, you know, facts, dates, names. I personally don't like that thing. I kind of like more of a interesting facts about this thing, that kind of aspect. This wasn't that. But for a free tour, like, it was really good. I did enjoy it. And now I'm going towards Analog, which is a film camera shop, as well as Petrin Tower, just for overlooking view of the whole city. I think it'd be a nice way to finish the day. Then I'm going to go shopping, etc., and do all that fun stuff once again. But yeah, let's go for a walk and I'll give you some more facts about this whole area. So one reason for my slightly agitated persona, my demeanor right now, is not stress, believe it or not, but the fact that, well, it's meant to rain in about an hour and I still got a lot of walking to do, a lot of sightseeing. I do have a jacket as well as, you know, a bag cover, but damn, I don't really want it to rain on me. So yeah, that's a fun fact. Prague, unlike a lot of these European cities, has very unpredictable weather. It changes from day to day, from hour to hour. So yesterday it said it was going to rain from 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m. today. However, this morning it said it was going to rain from like 2 to 10. And now it's already nearly 3 p.m. and it's not raining. So I have no idea what to expect, but I'm kind of in a hurry to get to this Analog film camera shop and then figure everything out from there. Yeah, let's go. A few of you camera people and gearheads seem to always be curious about what gear I'm using, so I'm just going to lay out real quick in a few seconds. Fujifilm X-T3 18 to 135 zoom lens, a Rode VideoMic Pro, as well as a few, you know, accessories, peak design clip, the leash, and battery wise I use the NPW126S, I think that's the name. They're really good. In about a full day of exploring, like maybe we'll go through 1.5, maybe 2, which is incredible because I record high quality, you know, slow motion, everything, and I do burst photography most of the time. So the way to the Petrin Tower is actually like a 1 kilometer incline from the starting place of the Castle District, right about on the Vineyard Hill. And in that journey is basically a lot of stairs as well as a very steep hill. I'm out of breath. This is certainly only for those who are able-bodied. And I have made it to the Petrin Tower. I'll be completely honest. For me, who's pretty physically fit, and I've like done over 10,000 steps per day for a month now, this was a bit of a challenge. It's just very steep. It's very warm today and humid. And when you're carrying camera, all the accessories, like 6-7 kilos on your back, with a litre of water, it is a tiny bit challenging. It's definitely not difficult, but like you make it sweat. You sweat, yeah. So yeah, that's me here now, and I'm gonna go up. Construction of this tower began in 1891 and it finished in 1895, and ever since that time it's been open for the public to, you know, go upstairs, view, get a nice, really nice view, and just use it to observe the city. Getting up is really nice as well. You basically have 2 stairways, one for going up and another one for going down, so you never like have to shimmy through other people. There's also a lift for those who are not able-bodied, but that's an extra cost. The views here are great. There is two platforms, an upper one and a lower one. The lower one is slightly wider and it has a lot of room to walk around. Like, I'm on it right now and it's pretty fabulous. I'm definitely gonna go to the upper one in a minute though. A wonderful piece of local knowledge that my tour guide Teresa shared with me is that the tap water in Prague is all drinkable, and there's also free water fountains found in many different places. So if you're ever thirsty and you don't want to pay the high prices of bottled water in some of the tourist trapped areas, just drink the tap water. It's perfectly fine and it's actually pretty tasty. I've had a bit this morning. With how most things in life are, weather plays a massive role in how you experience things and how you see it. And good light is phenomenal to the eye and to cameras. You know, it could be a simple scene, but with good lighting, it could make it incredible. Think of just the Northern Lights, for instance, which is a very bad example, but sure. And yeah, in Prague, I thought I would escape the bad weather of Ireland, you know, the coldness, the wind, but nope. When I was on top of the tower, it started to kind of rain quite vigorously, and because we were so high up, the wind also picked up, so it was very sore to get hit in the face with passing with rain. And now I'm going back down towards the city centre to check out a few more places. I'll document my journey if there's anything interesting. If not, I'll just pick up wherever I am. So here's a handy tip. There's actually kind of like a tram that goes from the bottom of the Petra in the park to the very top. It's pretty much direct way, so you don't even have to walk up the park or do any of that other nonsense, which takes quite a lot of time. Of course, it's also physically demanding for those who can't walk or disabled in some way or form. And it's pretty cool. I'm not sure about pricing or the queues, but I just seen it go up and down a few times, and it's a really nice way for you to get there. Also, one other thing about Prague. There's a lot of public toilets available. They're just found in different places. However, nearly all of them are paid for. Even if you want to use a toilet in a cafe or a restaurant, they'll ask for money unless you've spent time there and you ordered, which is very interesting, and yeah, it's uncommon in other countries in Europe that I visited.